here today to talk about the Facebook algorithm, which is an awesome, awesome thing to talk about, because once you know how the algorithm works, suddenly writing posts is going to feel like it makes a lot more sense when we know why things work the way they work. Okay. So first, I just want to let you know that if you have ever in your life believed that the more you post, the more engagement you get, you did not hear that. Like, you did not hear that. You're not wrong. Okay. You're not wrong, because at some point in the past, up until 2017, that was the case. So remember how in the first video, we talked about all of the baggage that we build up and we gather with us as we go through our business, and we just add more and more things that we need to do. This is a really great example of something that I added to my business in 2000, probably like 14 or 15, about how to get traction on social media. And it was all about how much you post. So just keep posting, keep posting, keep posting, and you will just get engagement the more you post. That was the way that social media worked until 2017, 2018. That was when Facebook made an enormous change to the way the algorithm works, and everything changed after that. So you are not wrong if you believe that you're not wrong for believing that. You did hear that at some point in the past, but it is no longer true. So it is no longer about how much you post. In fact, you are better off posting less frequently with more quality content than you are posting more frequently with things just to get them out there. Okay, so that is one of the more important things for you to know. Now, what this translates to into your day-to-day activities is that if there's a day where you've forgotten to post, don't feel super pressured to just get something out there and just write it really, really quick and just throw it out there. You're better off just not posting on that day and posting something really good tomorrow. So give yourself a break, take some time, use the prompts that the conversation starters that we're going to offer you as part of this session to get some traction. But you do not have to feel like you have to do it on that day, because honestly, if you do it super quickly just to get something out there and you just throw something out, then it's probably not going to be high quality content, in which case you're not going to get the engagement you're looking for. So that post is kind of not doing what it is that you wanted it to do, and it's going to have a psychological impact on you. It's going to have an algorithmic impact. Better to just wait and make a post the next day. Okay. So let's start by talking about what is Facebook's goal for the platform. Okay, because Facebook's goal and our goal are not the same. Facebook's goal is to keep people on the platform as long as possible. It doesn't matter how or why, as long as they're staying on the platform, because that gives Facebook the ability to show them more ads. And ultimately, that's how Facebook makes money. So that is what all of this comes down to. It all comes down to how can Facebook get any individual person, you, me, your client, your customer, to stay on the platform longer so that it can deliver more ads. The best way to do that is to show you content that you want to see, right? So like, I know that if I talk to you about something that you like talking about, that you're going to stick around to talk to me about it. So if we're hanging out and you bring up the Avengers, well, I'm going to be interested in that conversation. So I'm going to get engaged and animated. And now we're going to have a conversation, and I'm staying in this spot talking to you. It's exactly the same on social media. If you bring up hiking, for example, I'm probably going to tune out a little bit. But if you bring up the Avengers, I'm going to dive in. Same thing on Facebook. If you are not creating content or talking about things that your audience wants to look at, then Facebook is not going to deliver it to them, right? And that means they're not going to be able to see it. They're not going to stick around, and you don't get the results that you're looking for. So question is, how does Facebook know what you like, right? Because that's the first question. How does Facebook know what you like? Now, we all know that we've all had that experience where you say something like, oh my God, this just happened to me the other day. I said, what did I say? I can't remember what I said, something about gardening. And within like 20 minutes on your phone and your computer, suddenly you're getting delivered ads for gardening stuff, right? It only takes 2 seconds. So we know that happens. But the question is how does it know what you like on social media, right? Knowing that mechanism is what's really going to help you. So the first thing that Facebook looks at when a post is made, so let's say you make a post right now, is recency. How recently did you engage with whatever people are in your follower list? So if someone engaged with you personally recently, then Facebook considers you guys to be closer friends. And so it's going to show your content to people that you engage with more frequently. So a really great example of this would be my husband. My husband and I never talk on social media. I mean, we live together. Why would we? We don't PM on Facebook. I barely comment on stuff that he posts on Facebook. So Facebook thinks we don't even know each other. But Jenna Green and I are married because Jenna and I talk to each other every single day on private message, which means that when I make posts, Facebook is going to show my posts to Jenna, and it's less likely to show my posts to Alex because Alex never clicks on my posts. But it knows that if it shows my post to Jenna, Jenna's probably going to look at it because she historically has. So when you engage with people on the platform, Facebook creates a closer connection. So if you, let's say, if you have a system where every day you go and comment on a couple of people's posts, engage with a couple of people, like, comment, drop some emojis, and engage and really interact with people in your community on their profiles and in their spaces, then Facebook creates a deeper connection so that later on, when you make a post about selling, Facebook assumes that they want to hear about all of these things because you guys have recently been connected. But if you don't engage with anybody on the platform and you only post in your group and you only post on your personal profile and you only engage in those spaces, then Facebook has no recency people to pull from. So the pool of people that is going to get shown your content continues to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So developing those relationships on Facebook is very important to make sure that your content is being seen by as many people as possible. The second thing that Facebook looks at is what kind of post is it? And by that, I mean, is it a poll? Is it an image with some text? Is it a video with some text? Is it a GIF? Is it a check-in? Does it have a feeling or an emotion on it? What type of post are you using? In the section that Facebook gives you all these different options of the kinds of posts that you can make as an event. Facebook likes to put variety into people's feeds, right? So whenever Facebook is deciding what ends up on my feed, it looks at the entire pool of available posts that I could possibly see. And it pulls out again, based off of recency, the people that I may want to hear from. It pulls out based off of my interest list, which we'll talk about right after this. And then after it's pulled those things out, it wants to give me a variety of things to look at. It doesn't want me to just see post text, post text, post text. And so it's going to pull some different types of posts into my feed. So I see a variety of things. So I might have post text, live text, poll, GIF, that kind of thing. So that my feed looks interesting and different. But if every post that you make, right, is an image text, then it has very high competition because that's the kind of post that almost everybody makes. So if you're making a post that has image text, well, that's a post that, like we said, lots of people are making. So there's a lot of competition for those kinds of posts. But not many people use polls. Fewer people, some people don't use GIFs. Some people don't go live, right? So there's a much lesser inventory competition. So if you create posts using the variety of post types that Facebook allows you to have, you will actually have less competition to get into people's feeds and you are more likely to be seen, right? So simply sticking with the text image, that's going to get you less people than it would if you played around with the variety of different types of posts that Facebook offers. And then lastly, and this is the biggest one for me and for this training, is going to be, what are you talking about? Right? What is the topic of your conversation here? Okay. Now, how does Facebook determine what I'm talking about? What Facebook does to determine what any particular post is about is it actually looks at the text that is in the post and it pulls out keywords. And those keywords are words that are usually nouns or activities. So we're talking about the Golden Girls, Jason Momoa, Care Bears, Harry Potter, video games, right? Those are things that people say, I'm interested. Like, I like doing this. I like this person. I like that thing, right? Activities are hiking, running, cooking, doing the dishes, housework, right? Those are all activities. Not all of them are super interesting activities, but they all count as activities. When Facebook looks at whatever it is that has been written, it pulls out words that it can identify as things that people would enjoy or dislike, right? In interest or lack of interest in, right? And that becomes the whatever kind of content that I engage in, for example, becomes my interest list. So I engage in stuff from the 80s, MTV, mindset stuff. There's a very specific list of things that I engage in because when it shows up, I always engage in it. And Facebook kind of keeps that in the background. I call it the shadow profile. And whenever someone makes a post about those topics, Facebook puts it in my feed because it knows that I'm going to engage on that, and it knows that it'll be able to keep me there longer so I can see its ads. So if you don't use keywords like that in your post, then Facebook doesn't actually know who to show your content to. And so it will get shown to very few people because it can't decide what's in it for Facebook to show that post to someone, right? Because that's ultimately what it's about. It's like, I don't know what this post is about. I don't know who to show this to, which means I don't know if they're going to hang around to watch my ads. So I'm just not going to show it to anyone. I'm going to show it to a few number of people, which is why posts that say things like, OMG, love my life, tend not to do very well because Facebook doesn't know what that post is about. And so it doesn't know who to show it to because it doesn't know who will stay on the platform longer after having seen it. So it just doesn't show it. But if you write a post that says, I went to see Avengers today at the Lux Theater, or went to see Fast and the Furious 9 today at the Lux Theater in Mystic, right by the ocean, by the aquarium, and it was wonderful. Oh my God, I love my life. Well, now I've talked about Mystic, I've talked about Fast and the Furious, I've talked about the ocean. Facebook has a robust list of people to pull from. So it's going to put that post in the profile, in the feed of someone who loves Fast and the Furious. It is going to put that post in the feed of someone who lives in Mystic. It is going to put that post in the feed of people who talk about or engage with the ocean. So now I have a much larger group of people who see my post versus if I just say #LoveMyLife. So it is really important to remember that without that information being included in your post, it is less likely that people are going to see your content and less likely that they're going to engage. How is this used to grow your business? Now that we know how that works, the next step is how is this used to grow your business? So if you take a look on the screen, you'll notice that there is a picture of Jason Momoa on the left-hand side. And there are a bunch of purple people here and a gigantic pink person at the top, right? So the pink person is me. Okay, so that person is me. And I talk about Jason Momoa all the time. So much so that he's behind me in my video, right? If I did not include the word Jason Momoa in the text of this post, and you'll notice that the graphic has the word Jason Momoa in it and the graphic has a picture of him in it. Doesn't matter. Because if there is no Jason Momoa in the post itself, Facebook will not know what is happening on the image. It can't read the image at that level right now. So it has to be in the text. Because I have it in the text, what Facebook is going to do, and we're going to use this example as if it's part of my personal profile. And then I'll explain how this works in your business page and your group. So let's say this is my personal profile and I make a post about Jason Momoa using the words Jason Momoa. What Facebook is now going to do is it's going to go through the list of people that I know, and it's going to pull out the people who engaged with content related to Jason Momoa in the past, and it's going to show my content to a sampling of that group of people. Now, let's say that of those group of people, all three of them are really, really into Jason Momoa, right? These are the purple people. All three of them are really into Jason Momoa. If all three of them are into Jason Momoa and they all engage, then Facebook is going to say, okay, this is a successful share into their feed. It wasn't actually a literal share. And if they are all interested, then Facebook is going to say, okay, this is a successful test. Now I'm going to test this content against the next level, those people's friends. So now it's testing content against people that I don't even know, I've never met, but they are friends with the people that I am friends with who like Jason Momoa. So now in this graphic that I'm showing you, you'll notice that there's a couple people that are gray. You'll notice that the person underneath the pink person is gray, which means that person did not like Jason Momoa, didn't engage with it, so the trail stops there. It doesn't go any further than there. But on the purple people on the right, you'll notice that for the top one, it stops at the one at the bottom, but the top two, where they're green, those are interested, right? Those people are interested. And when those people are interested, Facebook says, this is a successful test. I am now going to test it on more people. And that's how you get more and more engagement. It will continue down the line until people stop engaging or the post dies out, which is usually about 5 hours. So what this means is that if you are using keywords that are relevant to your interests and your audience engages, then Facebook will continue to test the content until it hits a wall and people don't engage. And Now, when someone sees that post and they're like, oh my goodness, Manifestor just made a post about Jason Momoa. It's super funny. Oh my God, who is she? Oh, she's friends with Jenna. Oh my God, I love Jenna. Oh my God, Vanessa's funny. And she friends me. Now she's going to get more of my content. And slowly, my network is going to grow, right? So that's how you grow on Facebook and how Facebook actually does work for you using the algorithm. Let's talk about how this manifests on different spaces within Facebook. So if you are on your personal profile, then what that means is that everyone who is going to be pulled from to share and say, okay, who do we show content to, is going to be from your friends list. So if I make a post about Jason Momoa on my personal profile, Facebook is going to test it against my friends list, see who likes to talk about Jason Momoa, show it to them, and so on and so forth, right? And it will continue on until we hit a wall. If you post it on your business page, then it's going to show your content to your followers. And after it shows content to your followers, it follows along that same process where if your followers engage, then it's going to show it to their friends and so on and so forth until it hits a wall. Okay, so you can expand from your personal profile and your business page. In your group, it does not work that way. So if you do this in your group, what it does is it will show the content to the people who are interested. So use the keyword Jason Momoa, it shows it to the people who are interested. And the more people that engage in the group on that content, the more other people in the group will see it and it starts to gain a life of its own. So it only happens within the group. So you are not actually able to grow from inside your group. So if you wanted to actually grow from inside your group, it would have to be done by someone in the group saying, oh my goodness, this is really, really funny. Come join Manifestor's group so you can see it. The algorithm will not do that for you. However, if your group is active and busy, then Facebook will recommend that group to people who match the profile of people who are already in your group. So it's not that it can't be used for growth, but it is reliant upon Facebook recommending you as a result of engagement. So really, when you make these posts in your group, it's about creating more robust engagement and creating more stickiness so people don't leave, they stay, they buy, that kind of thing. Less about trying to get one or two more people to see your posts outside of the group so you can add more people to it. For that, you want to do that on your personal profile or your business page to grow your network. So how can you use this information to benefit your business? Okay, first, use a variety of keywords, right? So I wouldn't recommend just posting about one thing, like just the Avengers. You want to use a variety of keywords. And when you get to stage 2, we're going to help you build out your very own keyword list so you have a list of interests and things that you like to talk about to gather your audience forever. Second, post sales within 20 minutes to an hour after making your engagement post. And this is actually a really cool trick because a Facebook post has a lifespan of about 5 hours. The first 2.5 hours are the most critical, where you'll get 75% of the engagement that the post is ever going to get is in that first 2.5 hours. So what you really want to do is once you've gotten people's attention with your engagement post, post a sales post within 20 minutes to an hour afterwards so you can piggyback off of that engagement into sales. Third, invite anyone who likes content on your business page to like your business page. So after every live that I do, I go into the live and then I'll click on the like follow button, and then I will invite each of those people to like my page so that the pool of people that we're drawing from initially is a larger pool, right? That's how you actually grow your business page. That is going to create consistent growth in your business. Now that you know how the Facebook algorithm works, head over to the workbook where there are 2 tools in there that will help jumpstart your engagement today. One of them is a conversation starter worksheet that you can use to get conversations going on your business page, your profile, or your group anytime. Second is a list of topics, which will get you started in thinking about what kinds of words end up in a keyword list. And in the next video, we're going to get started with resetting your content strategy on social media, which includes a 14-day content plan that you can use over and over and over again so you never have to worry about what to post again. See you then.